What's going on? Move the Mouse back in City Skylines with another fire, another episode of the Let's Play, Season 10, Episode number 14. And things have been growing pretty well. I'm moving into stuff. I say well, but I mean, look at all the problems up here. It definitely could be better, but we're growing. That's the important thing. I'm going to come over here and stamp out a couple blocks of residential since that's our biggest demand right now. Probably move some more pockets in over here also so that we don't get this mass office park. Of course, we could spread in commercial too. We're just going to try and keep the demands as flat as possible and get ourselves up to 36,000. That's our next big goal, which is going to unlock yet another tile. And I'm still debating whether or not I, kind of finish the bulk of the city over here, or if I try and do a better job getting a highway exit over here to this side. I mean, there's some people taking it. Not a lot, right? We're directing some of the traffic flow away from this intersection for all the people that want to turn in. If you remember in the last episode, it was backed up onto the highway. So the fact that it is not even backed up to this bridge is definitely a good sign that that little trick helped a fair amount. Looks like a lot of the garbage trucks are going that way. Don't we have garbage service over here? We do. I wonder if they're leaving there and returning. Where are they going? That's weird. Dropped in another power plant over here. And eventually we'll find a spot for that. Eventually we'll have the nuclear plants, which are going to take up less footprint for the same amount of power. Apparently today's our fire episode this week. No shortage of those so far. But what do we do? Well, there's some little things. I'm debating switching back to trams. I don't know if this is ever going to get caught up. And I say that, but let's look. That's districts. Transport, trolley bus. This is the busy line. Yeah, there's still 600 at this stop. So do we tram? Come on. You got to be kidding me. There's a lot of pop-ups on our map, and a lot of them are fire-based right now. I'm not holding out hopes that this is going to be a productive episode. This is super ugly. Those that, if you didn't see this get dropped in, this is 100% just to expand over here. And we'll meet all the need that we can as we can. Do we need more office park already? No, we've got plenty of office zoning, so they'll move into that. Let's work on some other stuff in the meantime. Let's double check our college over here. We've got enough. We've got enough to get to that next level. If we keep cranking out academic works, we're not going to get probably that many this year. But we've definitely got enough students. We've got to work on campus attractiveness. So what's a cheap one? I think you can kind of glitch it out with the book club, if I remember. Does it say how much entertainment it provides? It doesn't. Well, let's see where we're at. So we're at, where's our 1240 of 1800? Let's drop in. Let's drop in a couple book clubs just to see what this does for us. $13.90 of 1800. So those are actually pretty good. I think we might cheat it, or at least go a cheap route. So how many of these can we cram in now? This is one of the strategies I saw. Oh, it's just a little too tight next to that park. I did that road because I thought we could get a bunch of these crammed in here. Oh wow, it's a good thing I funded that academic works because we just got in there. So let's see. Can we get 3 right here? We can. Let's move some stuff around. This one? That one. Ah. Let's totally cheat this. This is just to get our level and unlock our school. So you can lose your level. We know for a fact that that is possible. But if you put the school down, the ones that you unlock, they don't take the buildings away. Did that get us where we need to? It did. It's over where we need to. So we just need to maintain this. We need to not break any buildings, and we need to maintain over 1,800 students, and we will get level 5 there with a bunch of book clubs. And the reason that these are so cool is they add attractiveness, and they also are really cheap to upkeep in comparison to some of the other buildings. Like the larger the building, the more expensive it is to upkeep. So we're totally kind of cheating our way to a level 5 campus. These also don't take up much footprint, which is nice because we got all that attractiveness just by building a bunch of book clubs. We really like to read in Rosewood. So bit of abandonment happening here or there. Let's take a quick scan. Not enough educated workers is that one with the people with the tie. I noticed we had a couple abandoned buildings. We've got this one disconnected power line, which doesn't even need to be here anymore. This was here at one point because I had all those windmills here. I deleted those not that long ago. Those don't need to be here anymore. Those are just an eyesore at this point, and we could maybe finish this key wall just to round this out a bit now that we don't have anything in our way there. We'll see, though, if it actually lets me form this around the way that I want. It's a little wavy, but we could snap some fishing piers and stuff to that. And the way that the ground slopes over here, it kind of makes sense that this would not need to be a key wall, right? It's high enough up over there. And I think same sort of thing on the other side. Well, we're not quite there yet. We'll carry this around just a little bit, maybe. But we'll have that side sort of just flat lake. I think I'm going to keep it that way. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the key wall in the comments below. We could delete it and landscape a bit better. It might be another way to go about that. Over here, we're doing pretty good. They need crops. If they're complaining about resources because they don't have enough crops to feed the animals, which we're working on here. And actually, both of those went away. Now that there's no demand for it over there, they'll keep delivering it. That's what, not enough buyers. So that went away pretty quick. Not enough raw materials. That's not enough inputs, not enough crops to feed the animals. If they're waiting to get the goods delivered, that's what you see, this icon. There's not enough buyers for products, so they're just kind of sitting there with full capacity, but you can see it very quickly goes away. Next truck comes by and it starts delivering goods to here. The animal products will go there. It can go to storage. It can go to the bakery. So you'll notice that this is just constantly fluxing like that, and that's totally fine. If it stays that way or it turns into the red, that's when we have a problem that they're not getting the goods fast enough. We need more residents. I gotta stay on top of this, so we'll just get out in front of residential demand. That should cover us for quite a bit. And then we've got a little bit of office demand. I want to kind of mix this in so that people don't have to drive too far to get to where they want to go. Hopefully that works. So we'll mix some offices and stuff towards the end of the streets here. They also don't bother the residents. They don't mind this pollution that we can park them right next to. We'll leave this space on the north side for more recycling plants because we'll probably need that. They don't handle things the best. But demand-wise, that'll cover us for quite a while. They're going to be complaining and moving out and abandoning all over the place. So this is really going to throw the balance of our town off, but we're gonna do it legit. We're actually almost at 36,000, which we can start one more fun project today, which is to bury all of our sewage problems. We're not burying them. Technically, we're burying it now. We're pouring it out into the ground. At 36,000, we unlock the eco water treatment plant, so we can come down here where we're sucking the water in and spit water out too at the same time. Spit clean water out and pull it right back into the system on the same canal that we can bury underwater. So there we go. We've got another area. We've got shipping, which we can't access, I don't believe, on this map. The traditional university campus, water treatment, football. Let's do that. Let's find a spot for a stadium. I don't even know if there's room. It's going to be over here on the varsity tab. And we can do football and baseball now. So let's see. I don't think we have room for all this stuff over here. I built this kind of sloppy highway bypass over here. And definitely did not leave myself enough room. Why I didn't come all the way down with this, I don't know. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get either... Can we get baseball stadium in there? Oh, it's tight, huh? So if we move the highway a bit, we could get that in there. What do we do with the stadium, though? That one's kind of tough. This is all going to get rebuilt at some point. What can we do? Let's move this for now. And over here, will that fit? What's that? Is that not going to break anything? And it's just going to bother commercial? That's fine. Look at that. And can we cram a baseball stadium in here somewhere? Man. Even just temporarily. All right, let's see what we can do over here. We'll make this an absolute mess for now, because it's not staying. We'll want to move that kind of over this way so that there's an exit for the sporting arena side of the university. At least that was my plan initially. Let's come over to roads, highways, and we'll just really hook this in here. Is that the 2-lane? That's 2-lane. This is the 3-lane. Come on, right there. So that is slop. But again, this is not... We're just getting this out of the way for right now. We're not trying to make it look pretty. We're trying to cram in a baseball arena here if we can. Do they call it... And I think I called it baseball arena because it's football arena. It's a stadium, right? They named it right. I just said the wrong thing. Baseball park. All right. All right, Swedes. Ooh, look at that terrain. That terrain's pretty rough. Creates a real interesting separation between the two parks. But we've got those buildings in. What do we need now? Again, for... Let's just make sure. 3 times speed. Let's play. We've got everything we need. We just need people to keep attending till the end of the academic year, which we're about a quarter of the way through. And hopefully we'll get those last couple buildings. Did we unlock another tile? Because I think it's time to consider this one for 2 reasons. 1, we can continue building our massive area that we will eventually delete. 2, it gives us just enough room to build an ugly temporary exit over here to cut through the mountain and actually get a separate highway exit. Plus it lets us continue this to the north, and again, you know, start to think about how we're going to use this pocket. We'll see how Don't mind the power problems. It's fine. Did I break a connection here? Was that all connected to that one piece? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, so we'll still have to cram in a pretty large school. What do we not have unlocked yet? The media lab, the volleyball club, the statue, and then this last one, which is a big building, the School of Engineering. What does this do for our town? Increasing generic zoned industry income, reducing water consumption and sewage outlet. So if we had general industry, that would be good, but it's not. We're not going to benefit a whole lot from that unless we decide to put some decorative industry into our town. We'll drop in at least one 4x4 plot of industry somewhere and call it the Ice Cube Factory when we can. But right now, that is not a priority. Right now, we're keeping an eye on the demands, which are really flat because we've got more zoned over here than we need. We don't get our next tile till quite a while, 48,000. So I think what the next couple episodes are going to be about, one, actually we can do this now. Let's do this now. Let's get this water out of here. So how many, let's see if we can do some math here. Eco, inland, this one. So this does 60,000 cubic meters per week. What does this one do? 160,000 cubic meters per week. So you need almost 3 of those to equal 1. So 3. So we should be able to do 3 water treatment plants and we should be good. So let's come down here. We're going to snap it on the opposite side of the canal from where we started, and we'll get right up on the edge of the other building. How far did I take this canal down? Quite a ways. Okay, so we should be good there. So we'll do that. Now, at some point, this single water turbine that we have here, or what is it technically? Advanced wind turbine is not going to be able to keep up. Okay, and that pipe's connected there. So let's just hit play 3 times speed. Let's let that catch up. And that should actually increase. Yeah. Whoa, okay. I guess maybe I mathed wrong. We definitely need more water treatment, that's for sure. So let's get at least 2 of those in. Let those play for a second. Probably could have gone with a third if we want to keep our water kind of in line with sewage, and then that way if we want to reduce the budget, you know, you can reduce it based on the water availability, and you got a little bit of extra buffer for sewage right now, but we're good there. Oh yeah, okay, we have so much sewage because I didn't delete any of this. That's why we have so much sewage coverage. Now our water is going to be way bigger than our sewage. Let's see here. Let's see if we even get out of the yellow here. I might have mathed wrong. I totally did. Okay. Somebody, I'm sure in the comments, was thinking, you forgot to remove the old stuff. Don't pat yourself on the back too hard there. Okay, so that gets that recycling plant connected. Let's solve our water problem now, because I mathed so poorly. I don't know why I thought that would get us by. 60 times 3 is 180,000. These do 160, so I need a little more than 1 per 3. This should get us into the green, but I went way above and beyond on my my water availability, so it's all out of whack now. We've got lots of room to expand, though. Let's do we do 1 or 2 more? Just to not come back in here. How's our budget? Budget's 41,000 per period. I would say we could afford to get out in front of the water problems. So let's do that. Let's see that come on. There we go. That's nice and in line, right? Yeah. I can deal. Take a quick look at zoning over here. Where were we? A lot of abandonment happening. Some sick people. Do we not have good... I don't know that the healthcare coverage comes across the highway correctly. I don't think that it does. So let's just double this up for now. Wait a minute, why... Did they change something about... Can you not do this anymore? This worked in my last town. Doesn't that look like they're sick from the water? That looks an awful lot like they're sick from the water. Did I do a regular... Eco water treatment? These aren't supposed to pollute. But everybody's sick now because of that? Did they change something? Oh man, am I killing my town? For real? You used to be able to do that because technically, if you look here, the regular water treatment plant, there is... It says no pollution. Purifies 85% of the pollution in sewage. So even though it doesn't pollute the ground, I guess it's still polluting the water. This one, though, it purifies the sewage, making it very clean and ready to be let back into a body of water. But the second I did that, everybody got sick. And that has never happened to me before. I've always been able to do this. I feel like I've done this little trick since Season 4. And it has worked for me on both PC and console until now. So we may... We have 3.8 million in the bank. It's not like we can't afford to put the inland water treatment back. Okay, let's go into the inspector here. Let's shut these off. Let's look at pollution. It looks clean to me. But look at the average drinking water pollution is at 4%. Why? Why did it do that? Why did it change that behavior? If I let this play with no sewage capability, that should only go down. So let's go back to this for now. Eco water treatment plant. Okay. What did I have? 9 of them before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I had 9 of them. So we'll pipe these back up. And it looks like that already connected back into the system that was there, so that works. Oh, we still have... I'm glad I looked in that view. We still had a building turned on down there. So info views, we're down to 2% now. So what the heck? This worked. This used to work. So they changed something. I love this trick, and I've been using it forever. I don't know. Is it that I wait to do this until I have the Eden Project monument, which removes ground and water pollution? I tend to always put it in when that is the case. But now I've got to do some testing. It definitely was making everybody sick, and let's hope that's unrelated. Let's hope that death wave is unrelated to my change in the infrastructure for the water. So hopefully this also gets fixed faster than Flint, because we're not looking to stagnate our city like that. Oh, all right. Well, let's check cemetery coverage. Maybe check Elder. So where do we got a cemetery over here? We got one very central. One over there, one over there. Can we get one in here somewhere? Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice right there. Or right here next to the school. Is that too close to the other one? I don't know. We'll put one there. Move a couple people out in the process. This is elder care. What's our elder care like? We've got one facility for the entire city. So let's... That covers a pretty decent pocket of population right there. I can deal with that one. And then childcare. We've got one over there. We could use one down this way. This helps birth rate in the city, and that's definitely not a bad thing. Oh my god. Ugh. What? Please tell me that wasn't water related. I'll feel terrible. My poor Sims. So can we get this kind of right smack in the middle of that block? That covers a lot of people. And then right over here, we're moving out some people, but we're also increasing the birth rate. Well, how can we cram this in and move out as few businesses as possible? Just do that one. That'll help us a little bit. Do we have a second? Do we have a first cemetery up here? One cemetery up here. All right. Well, good news is money-wise, we're doing great. Health-wise, not so much. I will keep an eye on that. We haven't, you know what? We haven't had a death wave. We've seen this stuff crop up. We haven't had a death wave in our city yet. We also haven't moved this many people in that fast, but we also made potentially a ton of people sick. Healthcare? 1,006 citizens, well, 860. It's not great. We definitely didn't help with all the sewage going into the system, so we'll have to consider looking at that again when, or moving our water out. Maybe move our water out to water towers or something. That's the only thing we really have access to here, right in this build. I guess we could pull from the river over here, or dump into the river over here. That might work too. So we'll consider one of those two options. We'll split the water up because we were doing all right. Until I tried that little trick, which has worked so many times before, but apparently not anymore. So gotta be careful for that one. I'm sure somebody's watching an old video and saying, hey, that's a cool trick. I'm gonna do that, and made a bunch of people sick in their city. So apologies, but game mechanics change. And I'm sure that this worked before. But now I'm doubting myself and wondering, was it only working with the Eden Project? If you know for sure, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, share. They all help the channel a lot, and they are all greatly appreciated. If you're new, subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. Join the Discord if you want to get involved in the discussion and tell me about all the mistakes I make in detail. It's a much easier forum to trade ideas back and forth. So stop on by the Discord. If you'd like to support the channel, links to that and all those other things in the description down below. But until the next one, we'll keep expanding where we don't need it so that we can eventually unlock the places that we do need it. Until then, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.